This afternoon we're going to do something a little different for this series. Typically, I speak about the ego and various aspects of the ego thought system and the undoing through the Holy Spirit's forgiveness or miracle, just as the Course does throughout. But today I thought we could talk about what it is that the ego is defending against. What does it do? Why does it mobilize all its defenses to keep us from that experience of love and the true peace of God? There are two passages that I wanted to read from. The first is from the workbook, lesson 107, paragraph 2. The title of the lesson is "Truth Will Correct All Errors in My Mind." Can you imagine what a state of mind without illusions is? How it would feel? Try to remember when there was a time, perhaps a minute, maybe even less, when nothing came to interrupt your peace, when you were certain you were loved and safe. Then try to picture what it would be like to have that moment be extended to the end of time and to eternity. Then let the sense of quiet that you felt be multiplied 100 times and then be multiplied another 100 more. And now you have a hint, not more than just the faintest intimation of the state your mind will rest in when the truth has come. Without illusions, there can be no fear, no doubt, and no attack. When truth has come, all pain is over, for there is no room for transitory thoughts and dead ideas to linger in your mind. Truth occupies your mind completely, liberating you from all beliefs in the ephemeral. They have no place because the truth has come, and they are nowhere. They cannot be found, for truth is everywhere, forever, now. And in the Teacher's Manual, section 19, What is Justice? I would read the following. This is from paragraph 2, sentence 5. The path becomes quite different as one goes along, nor could all the magnificence, the grandeur of the scene, and the enormous opening vistas that rise to meet one as the journey continues, be foretold from the outset. Yet even these, whose splendor reaches indescribable heights as one proceeds, fall short indeed of all that weight when the pathway ceases and time ends with it. This is the end of the journey. This is where A Course in Miracles is leading us. This is where all our right-minded corrections will bring us at the end. The tragedy is that we all settle for so much less than the glorious vision that these passages open up for us. We all choose, rather than to partake of the full banquet of heaven's love, instead we choose little crumbs of specialness, these meager scraps that we're willing to settle for, that give the body momentary pleasures, but nothing that is lasting. The promise that Jesus is offering us is that if we take his hand and follow along the path of forgiveness that he leads us on, step by step, this conclusion is assured. Twice we're told in the text, the outcome is as certain as God. There is no way we could fail if we but choose to look at the ego's meager offerings and say, how could I possibly have ever wanted this? How could I possibly still yearn for what the ego is giving me? How could I cherish the illusion that at some point in my life I will find happiness and peace through the world, through the body, through my relationships here, through all the things the world offers, but to take away at the end? Jesus is telling us these gifts of the ego are not worthy of the Son of God. These gifts are not worthy of who we are. Why would we settle for so little when he is offering us everything? Why would we settle for the nothingness of specialness and all the vain pursuits that the world says would lead us to happiness and peace? Why do we settle for these when we could have the love that is our true self? There is no way on earth that we could ever even approximate what Jesus is talking about here, as lesson 107 indicates. But because we believe him, because we trust him, because we feel his gentle, loving wisdom, we're willing to take his hand and journey, even if it's only at the beginning, knowing that in the end he will lead us to what he described here. All the magnificence, the grandeur of the scene, and the enormous opening vistas that rise to meet one as the journey continues. Yet even these, whose splendor reaches indescribable heights as one proceeds, fall short indeed of all that weight when the pathway ceases and time ends with it. Forgiveness is the means that Jesus is using to teach us how to reach this vision and reach this goal. Why would we not take it? Why would we not take his hand today and walk out of this world into his?